Okay, let's chat about mass and weight. All right. The imperial units are kind of interesting. Technically, the pound is a unit of weight. Weight is a measure of force. However, we use it interchangeably in the imperial system with mass. Okay? So, typically, we talk about things in pounds. The symbol for 1 pound is lb. Now, the word or the abbreviation lb is an abbreviation from the word libra, which is the Latin word for scales, which makes a little bit more sense. Okay? So, today the pound is identified as 0.4535937 kilograms. So just under half of a kilogram, approximately, if you had to do some estimating. Now, we're going to get a free history lesson here. The old pound versus the new pound. Now, originally, the Roman pound was divided into 12 parts. These parts were called ounces. Now, the modern pound is divided into 16 ounces. So it is different, which is all fine and dandy. We just don't use the Roman pound, except the troy pound. The troy pound today is still used for precious metals, and it is still divided into 12 ounces. So if you're measuring things such as gold, you'll be using the troy pound. If you're measuring things such as yourself, you'll use, pardon me, the modern pound. Unless otherwise stated, we will be using the modern pound. And the modern pound has 16 ounces in it. This one I'll do in a different video sometime, or I'll just chat with you in class about which is heavier, a pound of gold or a pound of feathers. But let's move on. So in this example, nutritionists recommend that teenagers eat 5 ounces of protein each day. How many pounds of protein would this be over a 30-day period? So first, let's figure out how many ounces, then we'll figure out what that is in pounds. So if I have 5 ounces every day, and over 30 days, I'm going to multiply it. So 5 ounces per day times 30 days would give me 150 ounces. Now I want to take that and convert it into pounds. Okay, so I'm going to use my handy dandy skeleton equation as always. I'm starting with 150, that's in ounces, and I'm changing it into pounds. Now because we're using the modern pound, there's 16 ounces in a pound. Now a pound is bigger, so when we're changing to a bigger unit, the number needs to get smaller, so we're going to divide. So 150 divided by 16. Let's erase that. 150 divided by 16. And so that'll be 9.375 pounds. 0.375 pounds. So an active teenager is supposed to have almost 10 pounds of protein per month. All right, let's do another question. Krista's baby was 6 pounds 7 ounces when she was born. Altogether, I want to know that in just ounces. How many ounces? All right, I'm going to change this. So this is kind of like when we're talking about height. When we do our height, it's in feet and inches. I want to know this just in ounces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at, this is already in ounces. This is kind of in 2 parts. So this part here is already done. We're good. Whoops, what did I just do? This part's already good. It is this part, the 6 pounds, that I need to change. So I'm going to change my 6 pounds into ounces. And I know there is 16 ounces in a pound. I'm changing it into ounces. So now I'm changing into a smaller unit, so my number needs to get bigger. All right, so I need to go 6 times 16. 6 times 16. There we go, 96 ounces. 96 ounces. But remember, she wasn't just 6 pounds. She was 6 pounds and 7 ounces. So her total mass or total weight would be, well, there's the 96 ounces plus the leftover 7. That's going to give me 103 ounces. Cool. So that was with relatively small things. What about if we're measuring really, really big things? So we have 3 different kinds of tons, which gets confusing. So we call them a ton, a short ton, and a long ton. All right, so a ton is 2,000 pounds. A short ton is the same thing. All right, now the long ton is a little bit bigger. So you have to just make sure you read the question to figure out which ton that you're talking about. Okay? So Mr. Watney hauls gravel. He estimates that 1 yard cubed weighs 3,000 pounds. How many short tons, so it says right there, would a 5 cubic yard load of gravel weigh? So each cubic yard weighs 3,000 pounds. So first, I need to figure out what a 5 cubic yard load would weigh. So if each cubic yard weighs 3,000 pounds, but I've got 5 of them, I'm going to multiply. So that's going to give me 15,000 pounds. But now I want it in short tons. So I'm going to convert that, into tons. So I'm starting with 15,000 pounds, and I'm changing it into tons. And the short ton, if we look back, was 2,000 pounds. Right there. So that's the number that's going to go here. Now a ton is a way bigger unit. So when we switch to a bigger unit, the number's got to get smaller. So 15,000 divided by 2,000. Divided by 2. 1, 2, 3. 7.5 tons. Let's do one more example. Ugh. Gabby weighs 116 pounds. What is her mass to the nearest kilogram? So on your formula sheet, you should be able to find that 1 kilogram is the same thing as 2.2046 pounds. I can't remember how many decimals you have on your formula sheet. However many is on your formula sheet, that's how many you should use. All right, so this is just a straight up skeleton equation. So I'm starting with 116 pounds, and I'm changing it into kilograms. And each kilogram is 2.2046. So we just need to figure out which is bigger, a pound or a kilogram. And it's a kilogram. A kilogram is almost twice as big, or over twice as big. So when we're switching to the bigger unit, the number's got to get smaller. So let's just pull up our calculator here. So it's 116 divided by 2.2046. That'll be 52.6-ish kilograms. Okay, and that is our answer. So now you have a ton of practice questions. As always, make sure to ask questions if you got them. Have fun, and yeah.